Good morning. So go ahead and let your body sit down into this nice stretch. I found these wonderful knee pads from B Yoga, my mat, and they're really lovely if anybody needs them. They're a great gift, great thing to have, great gift to give somebody. So go ahead and stretch out your arms and stretch your hips back behind you. I'm going to apologize in advance if you hear any alarms going off. We're having a little alarm system problem in our house, so try not to scare anybody off with the alarms. And now we just breathe side to side, top to bottom. Your arms can be a little bit more relaxed or they can be a little active depending on, just how you're feeling right now. Inhale. And exhale. And once again, breathe side to side, top to bottom. And feel the energy under the arms as well as, through the spinal column. Fill up the belly and empty it out. Inhale, raise your chest up, walk over to your right side. Left hand on top of right. And stay there and breathe. I feel like Lori doesn't remember it was 9 o'clock. Breathe in and breathe out. Good, stretching into the left side of your body, allowing your hips to sink down. Inhale, rise up. Walk over to the other side. And just make it subtle, but enough to feel. Inhale, come back to center. Walk your arms forward. Now begin to make your arms active. So spread your fingers, press the heel of the hand down and forward, push the hips back. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, keep your arms extended in front of you as you lift your chest and hips up. And then drop your hips forward, arch your back. Good. Just stay here for a few moments. You can keep your knees on the floor so it's not quite an upward facing dog at this point of the game. Exhale, push back to your heels. And let's move this forward and back a few times. Drop your belly. By the way, did anybody win the lottery? You probably wouldn't be here if you did. All right, come back and forth. I don't know how to read if I had any numbers, but I'll let you know. And then come forward. I would still teach yoga. And walk around side to side. And reverse, yes. Privately though, come forward and around. And Maxine's probably, I'm in Canada, I don't think we had that lottery. It was like $2 billion, $1.2 billion. And then come forward and back. And then come to your hands and knees, but with your arms outstretched a little further in front of you. So not directly under your shoulders, hips in the air. And then drop your chin and chest down to the floor. If the chin is excessive, put your forehead on the floor. Little puppy dog pose. Open the front of the shoulder, the chest. Inhale. Place your forearms on the floor. Shift forward, tuck your toes, come momentarily into a plank on your forearms. Shift your hips forward and lower them down to the floor. So Sphinx pose. Elbows squeeze in towards each other and towards your body. So your heart moves forward, your elbows pull in, you're resting above the pubic bone, below the hip bones, and this softening in the glutes. Breathe in and breathe out. Let your chin just come down towards your chest. Release the neck, shoulders. Inhale, lift your head back up and look over your right shoulder. Towards your left foot. Maybe you get there, maybe you don't. Inhale through center to the other side. Just look over your shoulder towards the opposite foot. Inhale back to center. Head lifted or chin tucked slightly, whatever feels okay for you today. Inhale. And then exhale back to your heels. Walk your hands with you. Tuck your toes underneath you. Spread your fingers broad. Breathe across the sides of the body. So your toes are tucked underneath you, and it might feel a little uncomfortable. And Lauren, of course, obviously, adjust if you need to. Walk your hands back towards your knees. You're sitting on your heels. If this is not really comfortable, just take your toes out. Do what you gotta do. Bring the arms overhead. Inhale. Twist the palms together. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. This time, come up and rest up onto your shins or onto your toes. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands down, hips down. Inhale, arms up, hips up. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Stay upright. You can release your toes or you can keep them under. And step your right foot a little bit closer than we usually do. So knee over the ankle. And you're a little bit on top of your left knee for now. Stretch the arms up, and of course, if that doesn't feel good, move yourself around. Pad yourself. Get some of these lovely bee yoga mats for your knees. Inhale. So a little bit more upright as we lift out of our waistline. Hands can be together apart, even wider is fine. Good. Exhale, begin to hinge a little forward. Bend your elbows, lift your heart. So as you bend the arms, the heart pulls up and back, bringing the tailbone underneath you. There you go, one more breath. Good. On the exhale, straighten your legs and place your hands down by either side or on the block of your legs. And then adjust yourself into whatever position you might need to be in. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, bend and hinge forward. Inhale, straighten the arms and legs, fold over your right leg. Inhale, rebend your front knee, lift your arms up. Exhale, cactus the arms. Inhale, straighten, and exhale, fold. Inhale, bend your front knee. Tuck your back toes under. The blocks are great if you have them. Place your hands on them or just on the floor. Tuck your left toes underneath you and shift into a supported warrior three right here. With your right knee bent and your left leg extended. Breathe in, breathe out, hug your hips in towards each other. One more breath. Good. Exhale, step back to a low lunge. And then find a downward facing dog, hips up in the air. Walk your dog, right side, left side. And then stay in your downward dog for a couple of breaths just to release. Inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. Inhale to high plank. Exhale, lower the knees to the earth. Sit up, keep your toes tucked under if you can. Bring the arms all the way up. Is that Lori? Did you forget, Lori? Exhale, hands to prayer. I told you 3 times this week. Okay, left leg forward. So the left leg is forward. Knee over the ankle. Yes, I told you. Good, bring the arms up overhead. Lift up out of, so we're in a little bit more upright position than typically. Good. And then hinge a little bit forward. Lift your heart, bend your elbows, lift your heart open. So cactus lunge. Don't worry, you didn't miss too much, Laura. Lift your heart up. It's like you're being pulled by a string from your sternum up and back. Exhale, hands to the floor, shins or blocks, straighten your front leg. Stay here for a moment. Your back toes can be tucked or untucked. Inhale, rebend your knees, arms up. Exhale, cactus the arms. Inhale, straighten arms and legs, fold over, exhale. so it becomes a little bit more of a rhythmic dance. Inhale, rebend your knees, arms up. Exhale, cactus your arms, broaden your heart. Good. Inhale, straighten the legs, fold forward. Exhale, hands to floor or blocks. We'll do that one more time. Inhale, bring your arms all the way up. Exhale, cactus the arms. Inhale, straighten the leg and arms and fold. Exhale. Inhale, rebend your front knee. Tuck your back toes underneath you. Lift the knee up. Keep the left leg bent and hold on to blocks or floor. Shifting into a supported warrior three. Hips are square, toes point down. The left leg is bent. Breathe in and out. Broaden the collarbones. One more breath. Exhale, step back, downward facing dog, hips up in the air. Your hands can be on the floor blocks if you choose. Inhale onto your tippy toes, bend your knees, bring your chest towards your thighs. And with a straight arm and straight leg, come to a plank. Dip through your plank into an upward dog on your toes. So we skip the chaturanga. You can always take more if you want, though. Downward dog, hips up in the air. Good. Come onto your toes, bend your knees. Take a little step forward, a couple steps forward. Find yourself at the top of your mat. You can have your hands on the blocks or push the blocks off to the side. And then bend your knees a lot. And allow your belly to rest on the thighs. Shake out your head, yes and no. Grab opposite elbows. Put your weight forward so that your hips begin to sink over your heels. And then, if it's appropriate for you this morning, you can begin to straighten your legs as you fold over your thighs. Head down towards the floor. Good. Switch the cross of your arms, and you can sway a little side to side or just stay in stillness. Again, keep working your weight over your heels. That's it. Good. Inhale, release your hands to your hips. Look forward, rise up to standing. Good. Release your arms down by your side. So you should be towards the top of your mat. If you're not, take a couple steps. Inhale, sweep your arms up and touch your palms. Exhale, open swan dive, hands to floor, shins or blocks. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, press down to stand up all the way overhead. Exhale, prayer to your heart center. Arms by your side. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, fold through center. You can have your arms go wide or through the center. I'm going to let you choose where your body needs to be. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise to stand, bring the arms up. Exhale, bring prayer to your heart. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, fold, hands to floor, shins or the blocks. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms, step, step, high plank, pause. Inhale, in plank. Shift forward, bend your knees or bend your elbows or both. Roll through your tops of your feet or you're on your belly. Downward dog, hips up in the air. And breathe. We stay for a few moments in our downward facing dog. Just finding a little stillness, a little peace. Inhale, high up on your tippy toes. Bend your knees, look forward. Bring yourself to the top of your mat, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise to stand all the way up. Hands in prayer, heart center, arms by your side. Inhale, bring the arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold, hands to floor, shins or your blocks. Inhale, halfway lift. So notice we start to move, breath to movement. Exhale into plank. We're going to pause, shift a little forward, then bend the elbows. Inhale, roll over your toes. Your feet are strong, so press firmly into your feet as well as your hands, and then find your way back to downward facing dog. Good, a couple breaths here just to kind of settle in. And then inhale onto your toes, bend your knees, look forward, take yourself to the top of your mat, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise to stand, bring the arms with you overhead. Exhale, bring prayer to your heart center. One more time, Surya Namaskar A. Inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, forward fold, sun salutation A. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the palms, pause in the plank. There is pause in the plank. Shift forward, bend your elbows, bend your knees, skip it and go to down dog, or add more push-ups. That's always an option for you. We meet in down dog. And if down dog isn't enough for you, find your knees to the earth and find a child's pose. Good. Just stay in down dog. And then bring your feet together at the back of your mat. Lift up high onto both toes. Lift your right leg high in the sky. Knee to chest, rounded curl plank. Exhale, lift the leg in the air. Inhale. Exhale, knee to chest, rounded curl. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, step your right foot through. Low lunge, hands on the sides of the feet or on your block. Good, hips are squared, shoulders back, heart forward. And yes, you can bring your back knee to the floor if you'd like. Inhale, rise onto your fingertips so you hover. And then using the strength of your body, rise up to crescent. Arms up overhead, they can touch, they don't have to. Then bend your back knee, tailbone underneath you, hug your hips to center. Straighten your back leg, keep your hips low, inhale. Keep sinking a little bit lower. Breathe in, find some stability, find your focus, your drishti, your non-moving focal point. Inhale. Good, now hinge forward. Exhale, arms by your side, straighten your front leg. You can also have your hands on blocks. So your arms reach back, your tailbones reach forward, and your hips pull to the center. Inhale, bring the arms up. Let's do this. Exhale, cactus the arms. Good. Inhale, stretch the arms up, straighten the leg. Exhale, hinge forward, fold forward, arms back by your side. Inhale, rebend arms up. Exhale, cactus arms. Inhale, straighten up arms and leg. Exhale, fold, hinge forward. Now, for the first couple maybe, hands on the blocks again, rebend your front knee and float your left leg off the floor. Supported warrior 3 pose. Inhale and exhale. Now bring your left knee to your chest, round curl. Cross your left foot on top or outside of your right foot. Lengthen your spine. Inhale, rise to stand. Good. Exhale, bring your left hand to your right wrist and hinge over to the side. Lift out of the waistline, hug your hips to the middle. Inhale, rise back to center, open up your heart, your arms. Exhale, fold over your legs. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step your left foot back. Find a 3-legged downward dog with your right leg in the air. You can open your hip here or keep it square. Allow your right foot to come to the floor, downward facing dog. Inhale, stay here, or take a vinyasa, coming down through push-up. 1, 2, none, downward dog. Inhale, high on your toes. This time the hips stay centered, so lift up your left leg. Getting high on your right toes will keep you a little bit more even. Exhale, knee to chest, round and curl. Inhale, kick the leg in the air. Exhale, knee to chest, round and curl. Inhale, kick it up. Exhale, knee to chest, round and curl. Step it through. Hands on the floor or blocks. Look forward, collarbones broaden, shoulders pull back. Good. Hover your fingertips so you feel your left hip start to activate, left glutes. Inhale, rise all the way up. Ooh, lower your back knee a little bit, lower your hips, then straighten your leg, lift your heart up. Good. Reach as high as you can with your hands and find as low as you can go with your hips. Inhale. Good. Now exhale, open up your arms, cactus. Lift your heart. So we're not just pulling the arms down, we're actually kind of extending the spine here. And then inhale, arms up, hinge forward, and fold. You can put your hands on the blocks or just bring your arms behind you. Inhale, rebend the front knee. Exhale, open the arms. Inhale, arms up, leg straightens. Exhale, fold. Good, one more time. Inhale, arms up, bend the knee. Exhale, open up, cactus. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hinge forward. Good. Inhale, rebend your front knee. Exhale, hands to the floor, blocks. Left knee bends, right leg lifts up for 3, 2, 1. Bring your right knee to your chest, round curl, and step your right foot in front of your left foot. Inhale to rise. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, bring your arms overhead. Take a hold of your left wrist with your right hand and lift up and over to the right side. And just get a nice release down the left side of your body. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step your right foot back. Low lunge, inhale. Exhale, left leg in the air, three-legged. Bend and straighten the left leg. And then find your downward facing dog and decide to stay. Or perhaps come for push-up chaturanga. Upward facing Urdhva Mukha. Downward facing Adho Mukha. Inhale on your toes. Exhale, right leg in the air. Right knee to chest, step it all the way through. Good, make sure you're not on a tightrope, right? So your legs are at least hips width apart. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, bend your arms and your hips drop. Inhale, straighten your arms. Hinge forward. Good, shoot your hips back, your heart forward. Now from here, bring your hands to your heart. Begin to put the weight in the right leg and perhaps float the left leg off the floor. You can do this supported, remember. So we've been doing it supported up until now. If you'd like to, keep your hands on the blocks for Warrior 3, supported or not. Nice, everybody. Hi, Laura. Good. All right, now, enjoy this. Exhale. Bring your left leg back to standing, knee to the chest. Cross the left leg over the right once, twice, or you can put your foot on a block or the floor. Bend your knees. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, left arm under right, once or twice, eagle pose. Level out your hips, drop your hips down. Inhale, exhale. So stay upright today. I know we all like to come down and bow. Well, we don't all, but some of us are used to that. Sit a little lower, but keep your torso upright. Good. Inhale, come to stand with your arms and legs bound. Release the leg bind. Back to Warrior 3 for a moment. Bend your front knee and take a generous step back, turning your back foot forward for Warrior 1. So when I say forward, it's not all the way forward, but it's definitely not all the way out either. Lift your arms up, lift your heart up. Warrior 1. Release your arms overhead. Warrior 1. Good, so your front knee, your right leg is bent. Your left pinky toes are pressing down as well as the big toes. Inhale. Exhale, release your arms behind your back, interlace your fingers, palms together, knuckles down, heart opens up. Exhale, fold on the inside or on top of your right leg. Head down, arms up overhead. So keep hugging your right hip into the center. Inhale and exhale. Keep bending into your front leg, but keep bringing the right hip back to the center. Another 2 breaths. Humble warrior. Good. Now release your hands onto the floor. Inhale, lift. Place your right arm on your thigh. Your back toes are turned. You might need to adjust them a little bit. Let's see. Take your left arm forward, up, overhead, side angle with a supported arm. Left arm up, shoulders stack, tailbone comes underneath you. Now lift your right arm up and make sure you're not collapsing your body weight into the arm. Breathe in, breathe out. Stacking your shoulders, rotating your torso. Big toe, little toe, ball of the foot, 1 more breath. Look down at your right toes. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Exhale, hands to the floor, spin it around front. Inhale, kick your right leg, 3-legged dog, open up your hips. And then square your body off, downward facing dog. Stay or float through or flow through a vinyasa sequence. Always your choice. We meet in down dog. Settle in if you need more of a release. Stay in down dog or child's pose. Or begin to lift on your toes and stretch your left leg in the air. Exhale, knee to chest, round and curl, step it all the way through. Come onto your fingertips or blocks. Again, I love the blocks. Inhale, rise up, crescent lunge. Exhale, bend your elbows, lift your heart. Inhale, straighten arms, hinge forward, straighten the legs, fold. Good. Now you have the choice of putting your hands on the blocks or bring your hands to your heart. Put your weight into your left leg and float your right leg off the floor, warrior 3. Squaring your shoulders and hips, point your toes back. Firming the standing leg nice and strong. Inhale. Exhale, slowly bring your right knee up to your chest. If you have to touch down, you do. Right leg crosses over left once or twice. Sit down. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, right arm under left once or twice.
Exercise reclosed.
Thanks, Siri. Yeah. Hips are squared, shoulders are squared. We're staying a little bit upright today if you can. Breathe in, breathe out. Nice, Maxine, good. Looking good, guys. Sink a little lower, keep your torso a little higher. Inhale, begin to lift up. Release the leg bind. Back to a warrior 3. Release your arms in front of you. Softening the front leg. Take a generous step back. Warrior 1, arms bound. Lift the arms up, lift the heart up. Exhale, release your arms, warrior 1. Exhale, arms behind your back. Move your fingers 1 finger over, knuckles down, heart lifts. Exhale, hinge over your left leg or on the inside. So just work at hugging the left hip in. That's going to become super important in the next pose. So it's important in every pose. 1 more breath. Release your hands to the floor blocks. And then bring your left arm on top of your thigh. Take your right arm, sweep it up over your shoulder. Bring your left hip underneath you, right foot strong and firm. Gaze can be where you need it, up or down. And then lift your left arm up to make sure you're not collapsing on it. Breathe. One more breath, side angle. Inhale, reverse it. Left arm up. Exhale, hands to the floor, spin it around. Step back to a three-legged dog, left leg in the air, open your hip. And then decide to take a vinyasa, 3 legs on the floor, whatever you want. Or you skip the vinyasa and find yourself back in downward facing dog. Inhale and exhale. Inhale on your tippy toes. Lift your right leg high in the sky. Exhale, bring your right foot all the way through. Have a block on the outside of your right foot if you have a block, or a water bottle, or books. Turn your left foot on its side for a side ankle. So we have just done this with our arm on a thigh. So we're going to keep the right hand on the outside of the foot. Left hand moves to the hip. Rotate your torso, and then the left arm comes up. So it's a little bit more challenging than on the thigh. Certainly on the thigh is an option. It's only challenging because it's an awkward place for us to be. And if you don't have a block, it's going to be more challenging to get your hand down, so feel free to be here. Good. And then spin your heart open. Take your left arm all the way back and around, and then over your head, palm down. And as that happens, we begin to open through the torso. So the tailbone tucks underneath you, the heart spins open, the fingers reach forward, the right knee is bent. It's as if you were laying your entire backside of your body on your thigh. Now for a lot of us, that's not happening. Inhale and exhale. Good, look down at your right toes. Inhale, come up and reverse. Inhale, warrior 2. Exhale, sink. Inhale, straighten arms and legs once. Just check out your alignment. Make sure you're in the right position for your warrior 2 with both legs, and then reach out. Bring your left arm back, right arm forward, and gaze steadily down the right hand. Thigh parallel to the floor. Outer thighs spin away from each other while the inner thighs hook towards each other. So a lot of energy in your legs. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, straighten your front leg. Now you might adjust the size of your legs, or the width of your legs. Hips move to the back, torso moves to the front. Reach, reach, reach. And then bring the hand down inside, outside, foot, shin, or on a block. So the same position as our side angle, only our legs are straight. Breathe in and out. Tucking your tailbone beneath you, opening your heart. Stay for a few moments of breath. Inhale and look down as you exhale. Inhale, reverse the triangle. Exhale, windmill your hands to the floor. Step into a low lunge. Lower your left knee to the floor. Shift away from your kneecap. And then straighten your front leg once again. Toes come up. Hips are squared. Hands can be on the floor. Blocks forward or back. Allow your right hip to open to the right side. As it falls open, and breathe, top of the foot, shin down. Inhale, bend your front knee and place your toes on the floor so they're turning towards the right corner of the mat. So if you had opened up your hip, it's in the same position. Take both hands on the inside of your right leg. Hands on the floor, blocks. And then roll to the outer edge of your right foot. Take your right hand and just gently use your hand against your thigh to lengthen your spine and rotate your torso. You might even want to roll to the outer edge of the left foot as well. Breathe in and out. Hands on the floor. Tuck your left toes underneath you, lift the knee up. Take your right leg high in the sky, let it go. Downward facing dog, or come through, take your push-up. You can add, you can subtract. It is totally up to you. Hips up in the air. The only one that cares is you. Bring your feet together, left leg high in the sky. Exhale, left leg steps through. Turn your right foot on its side and take a block on the outside of your left foot. Good. Take your right hand to your hip. Turn your torso to the right side. Right arm comes up. Good. So the block has 3 heights. Use any of those 3 or place your hand on your thigh again. Take your right arm up, back, and around. Palm down. Spin your heart open. Spin your thumb up. Bring your tailbone beneath you. Outer edge of the right foot firmly planting down. Again, it's like you're going to put your entire back side or the left side of your back onto your thigh. Some can. Keep spinning open. Find energy through the legs. They're still supporting you. One more breath. Look down. Inhale, rise up in reverse. Exhale, stand up, warrior 2. Inhale, straighten arms and legs. Exhale, warrior 2. Good, and settle. Bring your heels, imagining, right? Energetically bring your heels towards each other, but bring your thighs away from each other. Breathe in, bring your arms, so the right arm pulls back more, shoulders stack over hips, right hip tucks underneath. Reach in 2 directions, take another breath. And inhale, straighten your front leg. Bring your back foot in once or twice, or keep it where it is. Shift your hips to the right, bring your torso out to the left. Left arm down, inside, outside, foot shin, or block triangle pose. Right arm up, spin your heart open. Lift out of your waistline, bring your tailbone beneath you. It's like you're being pulled in 2 different directions. Inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. Keep lifting the left side of your torso up and in. Look down. Inhale, reverse it. Exhale, bring your hands to the floor, spin your back foot forward. Lower your right knee to the floor. And straighten your front leg. So again, the blocks can be with you, behind you. A little bit more forward, higher or lower. And then rotate from the hips so you turn your left toes out. Inhale and fold as you exhale. Slightly different sensations. All are good. It's good to have sensation, yeah? Means we're living. Take another breath, look forward. Bend your front knee with the toes turned out. And then bring both hands on the inside. Spin to the outer edge of the left foot. Take your left hand on the inside of your thigh and the right leg. You can spin onto the outer edge of the right leg as well. So depending on how much, this sensation you are willing to feel, breathe in and out. Let's have 2 more breaths here. Inhale, come back to center. Hands on either side. Tuck your right toes beneath you, lift your knee up, and 3-legged dog is where we meet. And downward dog, exhale, fold in half. Stay here or come up to high plank. Exhale, low plank, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale. Rise onto your toes, bend your knees, look forward, take yourself to the top of your mat. Halfway lift when you get there. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand, bring your arms overhead. Exhale, prayer to your heart. Bring your arms by your side. Plant your feet evenly, firmly. Inhale, stretch your arms up. Maybe at the same time, right arm over, under, left arm, right arm under. You can't do it if I can't say it. Right arm under, right leg over, eagle pose. Sink your hips lower, level out your hips. Now if you want to fold, exhale, round and curl. Pull the belly in. Move your hips back and drop your seat low. Good. That's it. Inhale, halfway lift with your torso. Exhale, release your right leg. Find the warrior three again. Reach your arms forward, toes back. Exhale, step back, warrior one. Inhale, release it, arms up. Spin your back hip forward, hands to your heart center. Hinge forward, right arm outside left thigh. Option to be on your back knee, right? The most important thing here is that you are lifted off your thigh and you're getting the rotation through the torso without stress, without losing your breath. Some of you will open your arms. Some of you will bind, half or full binds. Again, just make sure that whatever you do, you're not collapsing onto the thigh and you have space to grow and breathe. Inhale. Exhale, deep, deep twist. One more breath. Good. Look down and let your hands come on either side of your left leg. Straighten your left leg and bring your right foot up 2 to 3 feet. Pyramid pose. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Hands to hips, rise up. Good. Bring your arms up overhead. Inhale. Exhale, bring your arms behind your back. Interlace your fingers, wrists, forearms, elbows, or reverse prayer. Inhale, open your heart. So like the cactus we did, the same opening of the heart. Exhale, hinge forward. Stay halfway down. Just halfway. It will give you probably a little bit more feedback than if you let everything come down. So stay halfway. Breathe in and out. Bend your front knee. Step your feet together. Rise up, chair. So arms up. Exhale, prayer to the heart. Inhale, left arm outside, right thigh twist. So sit down low so that your hips and knees stay level. Lift your heart up and rotate your torso. Lots of twisting going on today. Sit back deeper, deeper. Make sure you can see your toes. Inhale, sit a little deeper. Exhale. Inhale, forward fold. Let it all go. Straighten your legs, separate your feet. Inhale, halfway lift. Take your peace finger grip, your 2 peace fingers. Here we go, Maxine. And wrap the big toe with them. And then take your thumbs between your fingers and your toes. Look forward, inhale. Exhale, shift the weight over your heels. So there's a little bit more weight, I should say shift the hips over your heels. The weight's a little bit more into the balls of the feet, or the arches of the feet. And then fold your body in half. Inhale, halfway lift, release your toes, hands to your hips, rise up. Release your arms by your side, Tadasana. Take a moment in stillness. Open your eyes, inhale the arms overhead. Exhale, left arm under, left leg over, eagle pose, drop your seat. Inhale. Exhale, now if you'd like, you can round and curl your spine, sit your weight back in your heels. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Inhale, lift halfway up with your torso. Release the bind of the legs, balancing warrior 3. Exhale, bend the front knee, step back, warrior 1. Release the arms up, inhale. And then spin your back hip forward, hands to prayer, exhale, hinge forward, inhale. And rotate to the right side, exhale. Knee can be down, hands can stay in prayer. Some of you will extend the arms up and down, exalting. And some of you will take half and full binds. And it doesn't matter which one you do, just do it well. And do it appropriately for you. Breathe. Good. So sometimes, I can get into the full bind, but sometimes I find that just having my arm outside the leg gives me more space. And that's, after all, what we're creating here, space. 2 more breaths. Good. Inhale, release your hands to the floor on either side, straighten your front leg, and step your back foot a little bit closer. Fold over your right leg, pull your right hip back, left hip forward so the hips become a little bit more level. Inhale for length. Exhale, fold a little bit deeper. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to your hips. Rise up to stand. Inhale, sweep your arms overhead. Good. Exhale, come down halfway. Halfway only. And you can, we could have our hands behind our back. So whatever, come back up to standing so you can get your arms back safely. So if you took your any binds, just make sure you do the other arm on top. And then come halfway down. Good, just halfway. So we really find the levelness of the hips, we really find the energy in the legs and the torso. Inhale, bending your front leg, start to take flight, and step your left foot to your right foot, stand up, release your arms, chair pose. Exhale, sink, hands to prayer, and twist outside your left thigh. And just take a look down at your knees and make sure your right knee's not shooting forward, because it's likely it might be. Drop your seat low, lift your belly up, inhale. And exhale. Sink a little deeper. Inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Separate your feet hips width apart. Inhale, halfway lift. Bend your knees, slide your hands under your feet. Wrap your big toe around your wrist, look forward. Exhale, elbows out to the side, massage your wrists. So again, the weight comes more forward while the hips lift up over your heels. And you might feel like you're falling forward for this. Inhale, and exhale. 2 more breaths, everybody. When you've emptied out your last breath, release your hands from your feet. Inhale, bring your hands to your hips, rise up to stand. Release your arms by your side. You should be at the top of your mat, but if you're not, that's okay. Come up there, inhale, the arms up. Exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, step to a high plank, pause. Once again, pausing in plank. Shift forward with straight arms and legs, lower your hips. So it's an upward dog on your toes. Then release your knees. Push back to child's pose, stretch. Inhale, roll to sit up on your heels and bring your legs off to either side. Come a little bit more forward on your mat so that when you go down, your head will be supported on your mat. Bend your knees. Have your heels in line with your sitting bones and put your hands underneath your thighs. Lift your spine, inhale. Good. Bring your chin to your chest, exhale. Round your back, scoop out your belly, relieve your shoulders from your ears. And if you want to let go of the arms, let go. Scoop out a giant C. And then lower yourself slowly, slowly down to the floor. Head down, knees up. Legs up in the air. Flex and point. A couple of times, roll the ankles. And then bend your knees and grab the ankles, shins, tops of the feet. Exhale, lower your heels. Heels in line with your sitting bones. Tilt your pelvis, point your pubic bone up. Push your shoulders and back into the earth as you just scoop up your tailbone. Press your feet down. Inhale, lift your hips up. Exhale. So we're going to do just one of these today. If you are ready to go into a full wheel, bring your hands by your shoulders. Come up to your head and then lift up. If you're staying in your bridge, supported or unsupported, you can wrap your arms underneath your back. Inhale and exhale. If you're up still, come down slowly. Nice and slow. Hug your knees to your chest. Arms out to a T, shift your hips to the right, let your knees fall to the left side. You can make it as deep or as shallow as you need, so you can have your knees all the way up, double cross once, or you can have them further away from there. Inhale through center. Exhale, hips move left, knees fall to the right. Inhale, bring your legs back to center, give yourself a big hug. Lift your head and shoulders up, round and curl. Lower your head. Take a few moments to experiment if there's anything else you'd like to take before you find yourself in your final resting pose. And for today, I'll be leaving you in Shavasana. Don't cheat yourself. Seriously. Make sure you stay as long as you can. Right? So the opportunity to stay longer is the best gift you can give yourself. Scan your body from head to toe, toe to head. Notice if there's any tension anywhere that remains, and just simply breathe out the tension. And then melt your body into your mat. If you're still doing something else, take a few more moments, find your space. And when you're ready to completely surrender, just take the mantra of let go with your breath. Inhale, let. Exhale, go. Stay as long as you can or like to. For you at home, stay fit, stay healthy.